Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey guys, I'm gonna be coughing a lot tonight, just so you know. What's up? Yeah, I'm coughing a lot. My voice is gonna be a little weird today because I got a cough thing going on, but it's okay. I'm gonna survive. You guys are gonna survive, and we're gonna have a good time. But thank you so much for tuning in. Um, it's MemeLord Monday. I'm your host Matt Matias. You're a meme lord for the Lord if it's your first time watching, and I react to stuff here. I love Jesus, and we all hang out together. It's great. Hey, what's up? Across the counter, glad to have you here. My guys over there at Across the Counter, shout out. Really great podcast. Y'all should check them out. Like I said, I'm gonna be coughing like crazy, so I apologize in advance. But I got some really fun stuff I'm gonna react to today. I don't know if I should say fun. It's a little weird, but I have some stuff I want to say about it. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to our new supporters, and yeah, we got new supporters for the show. We got my buddy Wesley and my mom. Thanks, Mom, and thanks, Wesley. Got brand new supporters for the show. If you want to also become a supporter for MemeLord Monday, go to memelordmonday.supercast.com. You can support the show for as little as $5 a month, and you get access to archived episodes that are not available to anyone else. You also get access to group Zooms. You also get access to discounts from merch. I'm integrating what that looks like. You also get gifts and stuff. Like I like to spoil my supporters. I like to give them lots of stuff. So that helps. You get lots of cool stuff, and you should get to support this show, MemeLord Monday. And you get behind the scenes, all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, consider becoming a supporter for as little as $5 a month, and keeping MemeLord Monday alive, keeping the lights on, as they say. So I'd super appreciate that. That'd be dope if you do that. Also, if you go to Memes for Jesus, my main page website, and you use promo code Monday, you get 15% off. Listeners of MemeLord Monday get 15% off. Use Monday. And you get some cool merch like what I'm wearing right now, the super soft, super stylish Not Today Satan. I love this hoodie. I've been rocking it. It's sweater weather. Sweater weather. And that's what I've been rocking. So if you want to get 15% off all the time, use Monday, memesforjesus.com. Last thing I'm going to plug right here is the, what is it? There we go. It's something called the Christian Meme Game. I'm writing for this game. I'm writing for this game right now. So y'all better get it. The Kickstarter for this game, it's basically What Do You Meme? But it's the Christian Meme Game. And I'm writing the captions. Me and my buddy Epic Christian Memes, and also my buddy from Deuteronomy Memes. So it's going to be legit. So whatever you see when you go to the Kickstarter page for Christian Meme Game, whatever you see on there for the examples, that's not going to be it. All right? We are writing the game. It's going to be a real legit Christian meme game made by real Christian memers. And it's already 100% funded, but you can get the game for super cheap right now if you use my reference code. I'm gonna put that in the description of this episode. If you guys want to pledge towards that. If you're watching right now, you don't want to forget. You can always. I don't mind if you go to my Instagram on Memes for Jesus, go to the code there, and there is the reference code there. Just pledge towards that, and that'll help the show as well. Really, really, really excited to be writing for this game, content writing for the Christian Meme Game. Link for that will be in the description of this episode. So there you go. That's all the plugs. There you go. All right, let's get on with the show. Yeah, all the plugs are done. Let me do all the sound effects. All right, how you guys doing? What's up? Like I said, thank you so much to the supporters. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. It's so fun just to like chill here and goof off and talk about stuff. My supporters and some of you guys that watched last week, you let me know how you felt about my thoughts on therapy. Shout out to Lily, my supporter Lily. She was saying how she was super blessed by that. Um, because like therapy is good, but it's also weird and it's also difficult. Um, it's hard for dudes to go to therapy. I'm doing it right now. Me and my wife are doing couples therapy. And it's hard for dudes to go to therapy. Um, oh, what's up, Kentucky Fried? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Um, it's hard for dudes to go to therapy. Hey, what's up, Romans 5:8? It's hard, And sorry, I'm getting super distracted right now because I hear my little 3-month-old crying, and it's so sad. He's so baby. Um, yeah, so it's hard for dudes to go to therapy, and so like what's hard about therapy is first you gotta kind of like humble yourself and just realize that it's gonna be something that's expensive, and it's something that you need to help yourself, and then you gotta find a therapist, and then you gotta like develop a relationship with that therapist, and then some therapists are bad, you know. Some therapists are just not good. Me and my wife, I talked about last week. We had bad experiences with therapists, with a therapist. I guess multiple. Yeah, we had two bad therapists, honestly. That really really hurt us and hurt our marriage. And the therapist we're with right now, um, is great. Um, Now it can get weird with Christians because it's like, well, some people think it's an absolute sin to have anxiety, which I think is a huge L. That's a massive L. Um, because I talked about this last week as well. Like I think, and it's something that you see in the Bible. Prophet Jeremiah was the weeping prophet. Um, I think that there's many examples of scripture where people had tons of emotional turmoil and they struggled with difficulty, and it doesn't necessarily say that they're sinning. Yeah, I know Christ says that don't be anxious for anything, you should cast your cares upon him. But these things happen. You get anxious. And so we just have to throw our anxieties on him again. It's like, does that mean when like in the in between time when you're having that anxiety again, like are you just always sinning all the time? I mean, to me it doesn't make sense how that could be a sin. I think it could be a sin when it's like when you refuse, excuse me, to give that anxiety to Jesus. I think like you're just like, no, Jesus can't fix it. That's when it becomes a sin, in my opinion. I mean, what do you guys think? Anyways, I'm going off on crazy tangents super early. And I've just realized I don't have my cable plugged in, so let me just disrespect y'all real quick and just plug this in. Boomer moment. All right. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to be said about therapy and having a good therapist. And I was talking when I originally was talking about it. I was talking about how John MacArthur has like a weird view on therapy, because he doesn't think it's like, he condemns therapy. He says it's like all new age, and so people in his church can only go to like a certain type of therapy, which is not good. Anyways, I don't want this to be the same episode as the last one, but I just definitely wanted to highlight what you guys were saying, and I really appreciate you guys and your feedback after the episodes. Appreciate you guys listening all the way through. Just it means the world to me, that I'm starting like this solo podcast career type thing here, and it's fun for me. I can express myself a bit more and be like more real with you guys, and I love interacting with you guys, and it's super fun. So all right, let's get to some reactions and doing some reactions. Let's do that. I got to make sure I stick to my schedule. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's react to some stuff. I'm all connected. I got all my notifications turned off. I got to make sure that I'm not doing any boomer stuff. There we go. All right, so I wanted to react to some more Tim Ross stuff. Unfortunately, I know he wants us to react to him. I know he wants this. But I think there's just like there's just so much. The dude, I'm at the point where this dude needs to be canceled. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Deo Gloria? I'm at the point where like dude needs to be canceled. So let's do this. iPhone. Okay, iPhone, are you visible? Is that working? That's very interesting how that's not working. Let's check. I want to make sure this is working. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. USB. There we go. Nope, that's not working. Dude, I always do something boomer. Something boomer always happens. So give me 1 second. I'll figure this out. All right. I just need like 1 second. Boomer stuff. Just deal with my boomer stuff for a moment. Okay, so it's not registering. Awesome. I got to be able to react to this stuff. I got to be able to do it. If I can't, I'll figure something out. You got to give me a second, guys. USB. USB. There it is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
How would it be when Christians be like, why you cussing? Why you give me a second?
Or don't.
What do you think about that?
They cannot listen to me. What they can't do is cancel me.
Come on.
They didn't call me.
Ooh.
I know who I'm talking to.
And I am someone who feels conviction.
Yeah.
I have never been convicted about cussing.
Yeah.
I've been convicted about it in a certain way.
Right.
Like certain things I would have said, like, bitch.
Right.
Or fuck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to be doing some cussing here, just so you know. So, just beware. Just be warned.
Yes.
Go look at our new podcast.
Go watch it.
We were talking about
And God.
I'm glad they censored.
The beauty of y'all not deleting those episodes
100%.
not.
is because we get to see an evolution.
Right. You get to see that Jesus is needed.
Absolutely. People will literally take a snapshot when it's literally just a scene in a movie.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay. This is the part that bothered me the most about this whole thing. So basically, let me just mute this. Let me just mute this. Yeah, let me let him talk a little bit longer.
Comment on that moment.
My God.
Here, let me rewind it a little bit.
Absolutely. People will literally take a snapshot when it's literally just a scene in a movie. When people try to freeze frame a moment of your life and then make commentary around that moment.
My God.
As if it's not a moment, but now it's a monument.
You missed the whole why.
But
there has
you
to be a
finished Game of
balance.
Thrones, though.
Okay, but listen. He's talking about, this is what I don't like. The attitude is more what I don't like. And I want to talk about what he just said too, because it's very telling about what's going on and in his posture towards feedback. You know? He's saying, well, why are they taking a snapshot and they're missing the monument? Why are they just looking at the little things that I'm doing and they're missing, the broader scope of who I am? Because little things matter. Because your decisions matter. When you make a decision, when you make a bad decision, and you do one wrong thing, depending on what that one wrong thing is, that one wrong thing can be a huge monument in your life. Like, for example, look at oh my goodness, was it Moses? Yeah, was it Moses who was not okay, dude, wow, I'm having a huge Bible brain fart. He was not able to enter the promised land. because of him being angry towards The Rock, and just like one moment, that one moment kept him from entering the promised land. That was a big moment. David, he did lots of little moments. King David in the Bible had lots of little moments that are monuments. You know, he had a man murdered. He slept with his wife. And he did sinful things. And that's the thing. Like, you can't... There's been times in my own life where I've done things where, yeah, it ruined a lot of other things in my life. There's been times where I've made decisions that, you know, I've had to go to court for. And I've had to tell the judge, yeah, I did that. And that is embarrassing. You know, there's so much that came from those decisions. I'm not a felon, guys, okay, just so you know. Not going to talk too much, but like, and yeah, like Laser's saying, I don't think Bathsheba was a little moment. That's the thing. It's still a moment. You know, oh, they're just taking a snapshot. If just look at that one snapshot with Bathsheba, that's a big snapshot. That's a big, that, you know, one snapshot of somebody's life can mean a lot about that person. So you can't minimize somebody's feedback about your behavior and the way that you talk and the way you treat people as by saying, well, you're not looking at the whole me. No, that's being negligent. And that's being prideful. That is not being above reproach. When somebody says, hey, you should not act this way, you should not do this, why, you know, XYZ, it's very, very immature to say, well, you're just looking at a snapshot of my life. What if that snapshot is of you, you know, blowing up a building? Sorry, very, like, too soon of timing, but, like, you know what I'm saying? What if you doing that one small thing is actually a big deal? You can't just minimize that. And so that's where I'm at with that. He said a whole bunch of other things where I feel like he's completely just trying to shirk himself of any type of accountability. And that's what really concerns me, is when these guys get in this huge spotlight and they start showing signs of not wanting any type of accountability. That's objectively wrong. That's objectively, yeah, my bad, Josh. That's objectively wrong to completely dissolve yourself of all accountability whenever somebody, I mean, you can defend yourself, give yourself, you know, reasons for why you do the things you do, but this type of language and this type of posturing is immature, and it's not becoming of somebody that should be in the spotlight or should be considered a leader. Like, I know he's not a pastor anymore, and I'm glad that he's more embracing the whole, like, influencer vibe. But yeah, I'm not with that. I'm not with encouraging that in the name of quote unquote transparency. That's not being transparent. That's being immature. You know? That's not, you know what I mean? You know what's transparent is acknowledging that you did mess up. That's what's being transparent. Oh yeah, I mess up. I mess up a lot. And I'm trying to get better. Not, oh, you're just judging me for this one small thing that I did. Don't get defensive, bro. If you're going to be transparent, you know, be transparent. Be real. Don't be defensive and weak and immature and talk about, well, you know, people judging me and this and that. Nah, man, take it on the chin and be really transparent. Tell people the real you. That's where I'm at. That's why I get disgusted and heated with these people that have platforms that talk as if they're untouchable, or as if the feedback that they're getting isn't valid, when it in fact is very valid. So yeah, I'm getting upset because, yeah, there's other things that he said this past week. I think he took the post down, but Tim Ross was also like I would have had the post here, but I think he took it down. He was also like, yeah, me and my wife have better sex than porn stars. What? He really said this. And he really said this. He's like, excuse me. And then the guy who's interviewing him is like, what? He's like, oh yeah, we put porn stars to shame. Bro. You know what I can share? Hold up. My buddy Shama, he knows Tim Ross. Let me share this. Hold up. Sama said, Tim said, me and my wife have better sex than porn stars. And then Tim Ross says, indeed I did. Did you find out why though? Laughing emoji. Bro, I don't wanna. No, I don't want. Nobody wants to find out why. What are you doing? Shoot. What are you doing? Like, the dude is unhinged. That's cancerous. That's cancerous behavior in the body of Christ. What are you doing talking about? Like, and here's the thing, all right? I don't, like I said, I always want to be as charitable as I can to try and understand where the person's coming from. So I you know, if he's trying to say, well, he's just exaggerating to make a point, and he's trying to say, you know, in a condemning voice towards how pornography isn't truly intimate, and in the bedroom that's where the true intimacy is. I can understand that, but don't nobody want to hear you say those words, dude. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, and that's the thing. The dude, he's getting done what he wants to get done. He wants to get known. He wants to get shouted out, and we're talking about him. He's got even me talking about it. I don't like to talk about a lot of people like this, but he's got me talking about him, a lot, because I feel as though his behavior needs to be condemned, like, openly. What's Romans 5:8 saying over here? 2-person podcasts create a drive to say the most controversial things possible to drive viewers. Yeah, it's why churches with podcasts more likely to end up with stuff like this. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, he's just trying to boost the views. Keep it in the bedroom, not the internet. Yeah, don't nobody want to know that. Don't nobody want to know that. Ain't nobody got time for that. He really said that. What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking? Josh says he's wild. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. What quick thing too. I didn't want to talk about this too much. I wanted to highlight just like his posture, because it's not only on that podcast he was talking that way, it was on his own podcast as well, where he was with Mike Todd. Yeah, Mike Todd and Tim Ross were on the podcast together, and both of them were just how can I say this in a PG way? They were just hyping each other up like crazy. And they talked about addressing the feedback of all that, you know, the internet was giving them. Like my buddy Isaac David, he reacted to my meme, where here, I'm gonna play it. I've played this meme a million times. It's gotten 1 million views on Instagram, and it's gotten shared by a bunch of people. It's Tim Ross talking about Jesus as a stripper. Like, oh my goodness. And so I know he's seen it because like I tagged him in it. I tagged his page in it, and the page liked it. And it's gotten 1 million views. Just give me a second to scroll to it. Here it is. It's got 1.3 million views. All right.
We don't make it rain on booty cheeks. We don't make it rain on strippers. We only reverence one stripper. And that's the one that took off glory to put on humanity and then get butt naked on a cross to die for both you and me. The only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus.
Don't you feel silly? Don't you feel stupid?
And he's the one that puts that bread in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah, we're done here. But yeah, subtle flex. Sorry. What can I say? I get millions of views. What can I say? Oh, you haven't seen that yet, Laser? He actually did say that. That is so out of pocket. Yep, he did say the only stripper I'm in love with is Jesus. What is this sound effect that I added? Yeah, that works. That's the cringe sound effect. Send the rapture. Lord, send the rapture. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. That's like, and I think he tried to say, nah, I was just being black. I was just rapping. I was just, using. That's not black. That's stupid. That's blasphemous, dude. That ain't even cool. Like, that's so cringe. Yeah, like, cause he starts rapping afterwards. Ah, man. It's just like there's nothing. Anyways, yeah, I'm just getting disgusted. But yeah. Anyways, what I was talking about was Mike Todd and Tim Ross were on his podcast, and they were addressing, quote unquote, addressing the feedback that they were getting from all the things that they're doing, both of them. And all they did the whole podcast was talk about metaphors for how people like different things, and if they don't like the things that they do, they should just go somewhere else. Huh? I need to get the huh. That's what I need. I need the huh. No, that's not that's not how that works. You can't just you can't just brush away feedback by saying, well, if you don't like us, then don't listen to us. That's not how that works. You can't just do that. That's so prideful and arrogant and self-centered. And yeah, I'm kind of heated that he didn't show my meme and react to my meme and talk about my meme some more, because my meme got 1 million views, 1.3 views. 1.3 views. And yeah. A lot of views. Dude's talking about Jesus being a stripper. He's talking about how him and his wife have better sex than porn stars. And he's talking about how, and he's dropping the N-word on podcasts and dropping the F-words on podcasts. Like, and here's the thing. Personally, I'm not, like, I don't care about swearing that much, to be honest with you. Like, in real life, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. But I think in certain contexts, if you're representing yourself as a Christian creator, you need to chill out with the swearing and the N-words. That's where I'm at with that. Like, I think that's not a difficult ask. Chill out with that. Talk about that with your boys. That's not, That's not you being transparent because it's like, well, since I swear behind closed doors, I'm gonna swear in the podcast. No, that's having no self-control. That's being a little kid. That's being a teenager. You know, I've heard these types of arguments and this type of mentality from kids that I've worked with, like, because I've worked with at-risk kids. I've been a youth pastor. I've heard this type of mentality from kids, from children. Yeah, well, Laser says, how would he know that he's having better sex than porn stars? He's also very adamant about the fact that he watched a lot of porn. He's also been very transparent about, himself, and I'm not gonna go there. He said things on podcasts that's like, dude, nobody needs to know this. You don't have to be this explicit. And I think it gets to a certain point where it's like, dude, you're getting to a point where it's like, it's not even like helpful. It's you're just being gross and you're just being disgusting and graphic just to be graphic. So that's where I'm at. I don't even know if I'm just venting at this point. Yeah, I'm the one who's always talking about him. I feel like I'm bringing him more viewership. But you know what? There's this dude I've really been liking. I also like to talk about people that I do like. And there's this dude I've been loving lately. This guy right here. Let me start this over. Hold up.
Here,
this dude.
How can you be bold when you grip by approval addiction? You got a loved one that needs to hear your testimony. You got family that needs to hear your testimony. You got unsaved people following you on social media that needs to hear your testimony. Some of them will never step foot in a gathering. You're going to be the only Jesus they see, and how would they see him if you're so afraid you won't speak up for the Lord Jesus Christ? I know why you won't post, because you know Sister so-and-so is following you somewhere down there, and you know if you say something about God, she going to get offended. So watch, your approval addiction for her muzzles you from being a witness for Christ. I wish I could just smack somebody in their mouth right now and say, fire, come to your mouth. Fire, come to your mouth. Fire, come to your mouth. I just smack you right now. Use your mouth to make Jesus known. How can you be bold when you grip by...
That's fire. That's dope. I love that dude. I love him for a lot of reasons. I keep forgetting to grab his name, but I like him because he's super passionate, but he's spitting facts at the same time. It's not like fluffy. It's the real deal stuff. I feel like most dudes are just screaming just to scream these days. Most pastors... They're just up there talking about, because God wants your heart, man. Like, shut up, dude. That's the type of preaching. That's when people talk about like dead preaching, that's dead to me. But this guy's doing that's the real deal. When I grew up Pentecostal, charismatic, and they always talk about, getting fire, and then they start convulsing and stuff like that. But when he started saying, I wish I could just smack somebody with some fire on your mouth, that's like legit anointed stuff, because it's like, because the Bible talks about how there being like a fire shut up in your bones to preach the good news, and it's like a boldness that only God can give you to share his message. And that's what it really means. A type of boldness and a fire of life within you that causes you to speak and be bold about God in public places. Not in like the cringy, play guitar on a airplane way. That's not boldness. That's annoying. You're being annoying when you do that. Oh yeah, I do have something that's just that I want to react. That's just about this specific thing. When people are bold for Christ, quote unquote bold, but it's just absolutely stupid. Oh, did I save it? Oh man, I thought I saved it. No, oh here it is. Yes, I do have it. Okay. Right here. Bam. Look at my face. Look at my face. Look at my face right now. That's everyone. That's everyone. Excuse me. That's not boldness. You're being disruptive, annoying, and like unhelpful. It's like, okay, you're passionate about God. Cool. You're in an airport. People haven't slept. People are extremely exhausted and their flight is laid over, and you got these dudes screaming on the plane. I know these guys were doing this stuff on the plane too. I know it. We're being bold for Christ. You know what? It's the same. This is the same dude that had the people flapping around on the stage when I reacted to that. Read the caption. All right, let's do it. The church has left the building. Okay. There is a generation rising up. I hate this. Who is not ashamed of the gospel. They are not afraid to stand for Jesus. Is this standing for Jesus? Or y'all just getting on people's nerves? What are you doing? What are you accomplishing? Are you, like, by screaming out in a public place that, worship songs in a place that is not a church? I don't see the benefit of it. Like, even being charitable with this, I don't see the benefit of this. Maybe somebody be like, "Oh, what are they doing? Is that a movie? Is that a flash mob? I wonder what they're doing. That's interesting." But I don't know. Feel free to push back on this, but that's where I'm at. The church was never meant to be stuck in four walls. Question: do you need more boldness to share your faith? Why do you think more people are not outspoken about Jesus? And here's the thing, like, I think we should be outspoken. I think we should be bold. But this ain't it. That's not it. I don't think being disruptive, annoying, disturbing in the name of Jesus is helpful, or I don't think that's even biblical. I think the Bible says that we should live quiet lives, peaceful, be peacemakers. These guys are literally disturbing the peace. All right, got lots of things going on here. What are you guys saying? Oh boy, I'm enjoying my time at this Florida mall. Hopefully nothing happens. Gets ran over by a worship mob. What's Romans 5:8 saying? How about being bold by helping out people that actually need it and being known as the charitable people, not we block doorways people? Yeah. Very good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Christianity, when it was emerging and growing throughout the world, it was radical. But by the way, it was charitable towards the needy and towards people who need it. By the widowed and the sick, and those who couldn't take care of themselves. That's what the Bible says. Take care of the less fortunate, the widow, the needy, the poor. That's what we're commanded. That's who we're commanded to take care of. And it is like Christ was bold when he talked to the Samaritan woman. Excuse me. Oh, man, got lots of like lung stuff. I'm sorry, guys. Christ was bold when he talked to them because there was lots of racism back then. And, even the disciples were like, dude, what are you doing talking to that lady? That's what boldness looks like. Talking to somebody that's across the aisle who's considered an enemy and loving them. That's boldness. Being a peacemaker, being a peacekeeper. That's what the Bible talks about when it talks about standing up for Jesus and being bold for Christ. Not these shenanigans. I'm an old man. Not these shenanigans. My old man fart. Old fart. All retail workers making minimum wage are just done with everything and going there. Yeah. There's people working there that are just like trying to take people's orders. They can't hear their own voice. We're worshiping God. I made a meme about this. All right, I'm switching around a lot. I made a meme about this a while back. Some same people were doing, excuse me, the same type of people were doing something like this in a hotel at like 1 a.m. Let me see if I can find it. I might need a second here. Let me just put on some X-Files music while you guys are waiting. I'm not monetized, so I can play music like this. But you guys watching helps. Oh, here it is. Got it. Okay. Here we go.
Hotel lobby at 1:45 in the morning.
College kids worshiping God in a hotel lobby at 1:45 in the morning. So this is the meme that I made. Originally, it was just a camera panning around listening to these kids singing, but then I added some parts with me. Check it out. Just lucky to wake up early. I would be throwing things. I would be yelling over the balcony. If you need to wake up early the next day, don't do this. Youth groups. Don't do this. Look at this. There's like, let me see. It's got to be 50, 30 to 40 to 50 people just sitting and singing as loud as they possibly can in the hotel lobby at 1:45 in the morning. This is, you're disturbing the peace.
College kids
like, you guys sound
God
good. At least, they're in tune. But no. Don't do that. I love me some worship. Yeah, same thing. I feel the same way. Laser said, I get the worship, but come on, guys. And I'm not here to bash Christianity. I'm here to help. 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 I'm redeem Christianity because it's like we shouldn't be doing this type of stuff. I love Christianity. I love Christians. I love Jesus. And that's why I critique this type of stuff, because I want it to be good and pure. I don't like this type of stuff. I think this is a very poor representation of Jesus. Let's see what Romans 5 say. What are you guys thinking? Doing that in church without interrupting people is no less bold. Yeah. Yeah, you don't got to do that in public. Like, be considerate. Part of being compassionate towards people is being considerate of them. The Bible even says that it's like a curse to have a noisy neighbor. What does it say? I think it says in the Psalms or Proverbs, it's a curse to have a neighbor that greets you loudly in the morning. You know, it condemns it. The Bible condemns this type of behavior. I'm not just over here ranting like a cranky old man, even though I am a cranky old man. This is like legit stuff that I'm complaining about. Anyways, that's basically it. I've been rambling for almost an hour straight. I appreciate you guys. Listen to me just whine and complain and rant. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any extra thoughts? Any things that you guys would like me to react to? Feel free to email me at memelordmonday@gmail.com. I appreciate you guys listening. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to MemeLord Monday on YouTube. And like this video. Well, if you're watching, if you're one of the 5 people watching right now, make sure to like this video. That helps so much. You tuning in helps, me gain the monetizable hours that I need for this channel. And the more hours that I get, the more likely I will be able to monetize videos that I do here. Are you going to be doing interviews again? So at the moment, I'm going to be doing this as a solo podcast for a while. If I can, I'll see if I can bring on somebody for like a live type thing like this. But for now, it's just me. Yeah, at the moment, the reason is because I just don't have the capacity to, and I explained this on my Instagram on MemeLord Monday. I don't have the capacity right now to organize and edit podcast interviews and do the high production value like I was doing before. It just takes so much time. Right now, I have a newborn. I'm currently doing social media management for like 3 or 4 influencers, and I'm running Memes for Jesus. So it's like really, really busy right now for me. And this is fun for me. So I want to be able to talk and engage with you guys in a way that's like easy for me. So I stream live on Monday nights, and then I just upload that to the audio podcast. And that's what I'm able to do. That's all I'm able to do at the moment. If I'm able to get somebody one of these Monday nights to come in with me, I'll bring them on, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about or react to stuff. But if you guys have like people that that you want me to interview, that I haven't interviewed yet, or people I've interviewed in the past you want me to bring back, email me. Send me a DM on MemeLord Monday on Instagram or Facebook, or email me at memelordmonday@gmail.com. Do I have that? Nope, I don't have that. I thought that was one of my pop-ups. I don't have that. But yeah, that would be great if you guys could do that. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I love you guys so much. Please consider supporting MemeLord Monday by becoming a supporter at memelordmonday.supercast.com for $5 a month. As low as $5 a month. And that'll keep me alive. Shout out again to my new supporters, Wesley and my mom. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good rest of the evening. I'll see you next Monday.